Hey, good morning, guys. What's going on? Happy Thursday. We'll be doing a little boxing practice here just to lead up to our workout. So make sure you stick around for the 12:15 class if you're looking to get more of a workout. We're going to continue drilling some of our technique and work on our cover fire drills and combinations that we're playing around with on Monday. Something else that I want you guys to work on is your timing and your tempo when you're throwing combinations and punches. So I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of that. And yeah, that should be enough for the lesson today. Let's go ahead and get started with a little warm up. If you guys are just getting into the chat, take a couple seconds, get yourself situated. Make sure you have your computer, tablet in a good position so you can watch it, or if you're watching on smart TV, just make sure you got plenty of room around you to practice. Also, don't forget, after our YouTube streams today, after our workout later on at 4 o'clock, we'll have our Twitch stream. And then my mom will be doing a Zumba stream at 4:30 on band. So if you're interested in that or interested in the game stream, if you have any questions, just ask in the chat or send us a message. I can help you get set up with either of those, okay? Let's go ahead and get going. There it is. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. I just want you guys jogging in place. Sound the ball of your foot. Don't let your heels touch the floor. Just nice and light. Just jog on your spot. Okay, keep jogging, guys. Keep jogging. About 45 seconds in. 1 minute mark. We're going to switch to skater hops. So we're going to hop side to side on one leg. Just follow along with me. Still got about 5 seconds. Okay, go ahead and transition into skater hop. Step to one side, bend your knee, hop to the other side. And go ahead and just jogging back in place. And for the last 15 seconds, we're going to do fast feet. So on your spot, I just want you to try to move your feet up and down as quick as you can. Ready? Go. Moving quick, moving quick. And time. Good job. Shake those legs out. Go ahead and stretch it a little bit. Start with our head and neck. Move your head in a circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Side bends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One arm across your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other arm, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Behind your head, grab the elbow, pull down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other arm, same thing. Behind your head, grab your elbow and pull down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Loosen them up a little more. Start with your bear hug. Swing them back and forth. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And arm rotation. Swing them back in a large circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Russian twist. Twist your upper body side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And hip rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now let's move on to the lower body. Straight leg stretch. Feet together. Reach down. Try to touch your toes. If you can't quite reach your toes, that's okay. Just go and try to reach for your ankles or your shins. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cross the legs, one over top of the other. Still keeping them straight. Reach down. Trying to reach those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And switch. Cross your legs the other way. Reach down. Try to touch your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Knee rotations. Move your knees in the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Have a seat. Legs straight out in front of you. Reach for your toes and hold it. These are going to be for counts of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straddle. Legs apart. Reach for the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Butterfly. Feet together. Head and chest down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep one foot in. Straighten one leg out. Reach with both hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And last one. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Stand back up. Shake your legs out. Shake your arms out. Grab yourself a quick drink if you need it. All right. All right. So first off, let's just go over some of our defenses. All right. So we're going to work a lot of covers today. Okay. So a lot of single arm covers to block the head and to block the body. All right. Now, first off, we'll use our lead arm. Okay. So I'll switch my stance. So I'm mirroring most of you. The majority of you guys are orthodox, meaning your right hand's behind you. Okay. So I'm going to stand opposite so that way we both are using the same side. Okay. So if you're watching me in here, your left hand is going to block the front of your face. Okay. Now, when you're doing that single arm cover, a couple things. One, make sure you're not putting your hand right in front of your eyes so you can't see what's coming at you. Okay. Your hand's going to come right up onto your forehead. Okay. I'm taking my palm, putting it right here on my forehead. Okay. If I had my glove, I would just put my glove on my forehead here. All right. Now, as I do that, I can still see on the sides here, right? But if I bring my hand down and put it in front of my face, obviously I'm blinding myself. I can't see the attacks that are coming. Okay. So simply raising the palm up to the forehead here, keeping my forearm straight down the middle of my face, so blocking my nose, my jaw, my chin, everything there in the middle. And then on the sides, well, the other side here, this hand still blocks this side of my chin. Okay, so even though I'm covering here, right, I'm still protecting the side of my jaw on this side. Okay, on the other side, my shoulder comes up, right? As I raise that arm for the defense, my shoulder is going to hide or block part of my jaw on the other side. Okay, so I'm protected down the middle, right? And I'm protected on the sides because my hand and my shoulder are here, right? So even though my main goal is to stop a cross or a jab or a straight punch going down the middle, I'm still also making sure I'm safe from any hooks or any looping punches that may come around my forearm, okay? So let's try the defense a couple times together, okay? 1, cover, and then return right back to your stance where you were. 2, cover, back to our stance. 3, cover, back to our stance. 4, good, and 5, okay? Simple enough. Now we're gonna cover from the lead hook, okay? So the opponent is gonna throw their left hook at us. We're gonna cover it, okay, with our rear arm, okay? So for you guys, okay, that's gonna be, you're covering with this side, okay? So as I go to cover that hook, here, same idea as before. 1, I don't want to cover my face so I can't see or cover my eyes, okay? But even though my goal is to protect mainly this side of my face, if I'm protecting it from a left hook, right? I'm standing facing the way you guys are, facing back here. That left hook is coming from my right side. So that means my right hand is going to have to come up to block that one, okay? I always like to think of answering the phone when you do that, okay? I'm going to switch my stance so I'm mirroring you guys, all right? But when I go to cover, all right, 1, I'm keeping all this pretty tight, okay? I don't want this to be too big to where a glove can fit around my arm. I need to have it just tight enough by bringing up my shoulder forward a little bit and keeping that palm up by my temple or ear, right? This space is not big enough for a glove to fit in, okay? This space right here. But if I'm lazy and I keep my arm open too much like that or my shoulder down like this, obviously the side of my face is still exposed. So if they come around with a big looping hook, right, they're going to be able to hit me in the jaw. So I've got to make sure this stays tight, okay? My other hand, the one that was out in front of me, is going to come back to protect the other side of my face, okay? Now, tuck the chin down, block, then immediately get back to the stance. Let's do it together a few times. Follow along with me. Ready? 1, cover, return back to your stance. 2, cover, turn back to your stance. 3, cover, back to our stance. 4, 1 more, 5, good, okay? Now, the other 2 blocks I want us to work on today are gonna be protecting the ribs, okay? Whenever we go to block the body, we don't necessarily need to use our hands, right? Because obviously if we drop our hands to block a punch to the body, then what's protecting our face, right? The hand's down here, not up here. So make sure whenever you're blocking a punch to the body, you're trying to use your forearms and elbows to cover and block those punches, all right? Don't get used to dropping your hand to try to stop a punch that's going to hit you in the stomach or in the side, okay? Now, first one, they throw a lead hook right here to the side of my rib, all right? Now, when they do that, 1, we're going to see them bend their knees down low. They're going to really turn if they're trying to do some damage, right? So as soon as I see them bend their knees, I want to lower my level with them just a little bit, okay? Now, if I stay upright, if I stay up tall here, okay, and I go to block that body shot, I have to drop my hand, okay? But by bending my knees and crunching my body down a little bit, it allows me to keep my glove or my hand still up by my face, my elbows down here to my hip, okay? This blocks this whole side of my body safely, even my head, okay? If they go to hit me in the body and I block it with the elbow, and they come up high to try to hit me in the head, I still have my hand in the way, okay? Worst case too, if I see it coming, I can always just raise that guard up just slightly higher to protect the face, okay? It's not that big of a change to go from here to here, right? And either way, I'm still protecting most of my face, okay? So let's try protecting the hook to the body here, all right? 1, crunch down low, tuck that elbow down into your hip, and then pop back up into your regular boxing stance where you were. 2, cover down tight, back up. 3, okay, cover, bring it back. Remember, the hook is coming here, right? 4, cover it, back up. And 5, good. And same thing on the other side. Okay? They go to throw their hook to the front of your body and to the left side of your body. All you're going to do, same thing. Dip your knees down low, crunch your core, your abdomen down a bit, so that way your elbow comes down to your hip, but your hand still stays up by your face. Okay, don't do this one, right? If you just drop the arm, you don't crunch your body down with it, you're exposing your head too much. Okay, so let's try it together. This time we're going to block the body shot on this side. Ready? 1, cover, back up to your stance. 2, cover. You're back up to our stance. 3, good. 4, and 5, good. Okay, so those are the 4 covers I want to work with today. There's obviously some more covers, more ways to do it, right? But those are the 4 main ones we're going to use today. But before we get to that, I want to kind of go over what we talked about Monday with the timing and the tempo. Okay, particularly we were working with 3 punch combinations. All right. And eventually I'm going to get to a point where I'm just going to let you guys throw whatever 3 punches you want. All right. But for the sake of the drill, let's have a couple predetermined combinations that we're going to use to test this out. Okay. We're going to use 3 combos. First one will be jab, cross, hook. Second one's going to be jab, jab, cross. Third one will be cross, hook, cross. Okay. So we'll do 1 minute on each one. What I want you to do is work on throwing either the second punch or the third punch of the combination right away, right after you throw the punch that comes before it. Okay. The idea is you're changing the tempo or the timing of the combination. Okay. Watch the difference. Okay. I'm going to throw jab, cross, hook. Right. Okay. I punched all at the same speed. Right. Ba, ba, ba. That was the tempo. Punch, punch, punch. Now, to change that tempo, let's say I take that cross, right? And I'm going to add a little half beat. So it's going to be jab, cross, hook. Okay, ready? So watch this. Okay. Still the same combination, but looks just slightly different, doesn't it? Right? Before it was this. See the difference? Still the same combo. I'm just changing up the speed, changing up the tempo. Okay. Now let's try putting that half beat or that fast punch at the end on that hook. Okay. So it'll be. Got it? So there's a little pause there between the jab and the cross. Right. By switching up the rhythm and the tempo, you can catch your opponent off guard. Right. Especially if you start off the fight throwing all your punches at the same speed, throwing all your combos at the same speed, they're going to expect to defend it the way you're throwing it, right? So after you throw the combination, maybe go jab, cross, hook, they block it, right? Jab, cross, hook, they block it. Jab, cross, fast, they think you're done. So what are they going to do? They're going to drop their hands down because they think you're done punching, and they're going to want to return a punch, right? So if you can catch them in that transition, right? They block the punch. They see that that hook's not coming. They drop their hands down a little bit. You kind of trick them into a false sense of security. They drop the hands a little bit, then step right in with the lead hook and hopefully land your shot. Okay. So let's take that combination. We'll start with that one first. I'm going to put a minute on the clock. And I want you guys to try to play with the tempo a little bit. And we're just going to warm up to practice jab, cross, hook. Okay. I want you to throw it just regular speed a couple times. Then I want you to change the tempo, play with it a bit, okay? The combination is the same the whole minute, jab, cross, hook, okay? But just change the tempo a little bit. If you want to add an extra challenge, start switching up your levels, right? Punch to the body and head, right? So I might go down to the body, then turn and throw the hook up high. It's still jab, cross, hook, but I'm just changing my target, okay? That's a little too tricky. Just work on changing the tempo, trying to speed up on a couple of shots. If that's too tricky, just work on the combination. Keep it simple, okay? All right. 1 minute on the clock. All right, let's begin. Okay. Move around a little bit. Throw it at normal speed a few times. Okay, then I'm going to throw my cross on the half beat. Okay, I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to throw my hook on the half beat. And you got a little room, you can add some footwork into it. Right? Okay, now let's take our second combination, jab, jab, cross. Right? If I'm just throwing it regular, that's what it looks like. Okay, maybe I take that second jab and put it on the half beat, it'll look like this. Right? Maybe I take the cross, put it on the half beat. Okay, all those were the same combos, jab, jab, cross each time. Right? I just changed up the tempo. Okay, so give it a try. I'm gonna throw it at just a normal speed, normal tempo first couple of times. Okay, now let's switch up the tempo on that second jab. Ready? Okay. Now let's switch the tempo up on that last jab cross. And then change the levels too. Good. So, third combination, let's work the cross, hook, cross. Okay. Same thing. Let's break this one down a little bit, play with the tempo. Okay. Regular speed should look like this. Right? Switching up the tempo on the first two punches should look like this. Okay. Changing up the tempo for the last two punches will look like this. Okay. So mix them up a little bit. All right. I'm going to start off by throwing my first couple just regular speed. Cross, hook, hook, cross. Back to my stance. Cross, hook, cross. Right. Okay. Now let's change the tempo up between the first two punches. Right. Now let's change the tempo up between the last two punches. Same thing, but let's change up the levels now. Okay, so there you have it. 3 combinations, right? But multiple ways to practice it. So be sure to practice the tempo, the speed of the combination, and take that into consideration when you're shadow boxing. Okay, especially at home, all these workouts and lessons we're doing on our own. Most of us don't have access to a heavy bag, right? Or someone who can hold pads for us right now. So you gotta get very detailed with your shadow box. Okay. A couple tips. One, obviously, always make sure you're getting back to your stance. Okay, especially during the round. It's very easy. You know, you don't see anything in front of you as far as a target. You're just punching the air. Right? It's very easy to get relaxed or get lazy and just keep your arms down, throw your combination, then drop your arm, move around a little bit, right? Because there's no threat of getting hurt or getting hit. It's just punching the air, okay? But if any of you guys who came to our last boxing seminar we did, if you guys listen to Coach Bill helped you guys punch with intention when you're shadow boxing, okay? You don't want to just be sitting there just coasting, not really paying attention, looking over, watching TV, watching cartoons while you're throwing sloppy, lazy punches, right? You need to be focused on what you're doing. Use your imagination. I tell you guys all the time, envision your target in front of you, okay? I always pretend there's an opponent in front of me when I'm shadow boxing, right? That person doesn't have a face. They're not a real person, but I picture an image of a person in front of me that's trying to fight me, right? And then I just, using my brain, using my imagination, I start working, I start sparring almost in my head with this imaginary person I made up. Sounds crazy, I know. But if you can find something like that or envision some type of target, envision the bag in front of you, right? If you need to, if you're using a mirror, use yourself, use your own reflection as your target, right? A lot of times when I'm sparring with a mirror, right? We got these big mirrors here at the gym. I'll stand in front of the mirror and I pretend like I'm trying to hit myself. Okay, I'm aiming for my stomach or my rib or my head when I'm throwing those punches. Okay, you can do the same thing. It just requires a little bit of focus. All right. Now, before we get into our cover drills, all right, I want to go over last week's. We would cover and then we'd throw our punch with the opposite arm. Right? We cover. The first punch always came with the opposite arm. Okay. Today I want to try you. You guys can throw whatever punch you want, but I want you to punch with the same arm that you cover with. Okay. So Monday it was cover, punch with the opposite side. Today it's going to be cover, punch with the same side. Okay. It's going to require a little bit more thought. Take your time with it. Make sure the punches make sense. Okay. That's the trickiest thing too. Another tip for your shadow boxing. If you feel off balance or if that punch or that combination doesn't feel right, then you might need to reassess the combination. You might need to look at your feet. You might need to look at your balance. Maybe that combination won't work, right? Or at least it won't work maybe for you. Everyone's a little different, right? So if you throw that combination and you feel like you're off balance or your feet aren't quite under, you just stop the combination right there. Don't keep going with it, okay? Because all you're going to do is teach yourself bad habits. You're going to start trying to throw and force punches and combinations when you're not in a good position, okay? So if you need to, stop. Right? If you're in the middle of a punch and you feel like you're leaning over to the side too far or your hand feels like it's too far from your face, I want you to stop right there. And shake your arms out, shake everything out, reset, try it again, maybe switch it up, change it up a little bit, change a punch or two or change your target. Right? If it still doesn't work, then I would say get rid of that combination. If you're still having trouble with it after that or you're curious why it's not working, just message me. Okay? Contact me. I'll help you out. Okay? So today, first round is going to be cover with the front arm. So I switch back to my stance, by the way, guys. So I'm using my lead arm to do that single arm front cover here. Okay. After that front cover, you're going to give me 3 punches. Okay. Hot, hot. 3 punches can be whatever you want. I'll let you pick. All right. But the first punch has to be with the same arm you block with. Okay. So it'll be cover, punch, punch, punch. Okay. After you get a combo that you like and you keep practicing for the round, then I want you to start playing with the timing like we were doing on the last drill. Okay. So after your cover, say maybe you go jab, jab, cross after your block, right? I'm blocking with my left arm, I'm punching with my left arm twice, and then I'm throwing my right. Okay. After you get that one down a couple times, right? Cover, hit, hit, hit. Then start playing with that tempo, play with that timing like we talked about. Cover, hit, hit, hit. Right? See how I paused there for a second after the first jab? It's just like we did when we were changing up our tempo on the 3-punch combos, right? So let's start off with that drill right there. Put a minute on the clock. I'm going to cover with the lead arm and strike with the lead arm first. Follow it with 2 more punches, okay? Punches can be whatever you want. Okay? I'm probably going to go with my jab, jab, cross. I like this one. Okay. Cover, jab, jab, cross. That's the one I like. So if you're stuck or you're not sure which one you want to do, just copy along with me. Okay? for the tempo. Okay, good. Now we'll go off that side cover with the rear arm. Okay, same idea. Okay, after you block, okay, you're gonna punch with that same arm. All right, so if I'm blocking with my rear arm, my right arm, my first punch has to be with my right arm. It can be a cross, be an uppercut, be a hook, be an overhand, be a body shot, whatever you want it to be. All right, but after you do that side cover to block that lead hook, follow right away with the same arm. Okay, then throw a couple more punches. Got it? So move around a little bit. Cover, punch, punch, punch. And make sure that first punch is coming from the same side you're blocking with. Block, hit, hit, hit. Right? If you're a little stuck or if you're having trouble, I'm going with cross, hook, cross after my ball. Okay, so follow with me if you haven't figured out your own combo that you like. Okay, cover, cross, hook, cross. All right, if you have another one that you like better, keep doing that. Cover, and switching up the tempo a bit now. Okay, very good. Now, next two would be to the body. Okay, so you block the body shot, then you're going to hit with the same side. All right, I'm going to let you guys practice those ones later on your own. All right, but same drill, but we're blocking the body shot, and then we're going to attack with that same side first. Okay, for me personally, I like coming with that same uppercut. Right, so if I go to block the body shot here, I'm already crunched down. I'm already dipping my body and bending my knees. It's a perfect position for me to load up and turn and lift up that uppercut right behind it. Okay, so if I block the body shot here, I like to come with the uppercut right away on that same side. Right? Now, string that together with two more punches afterwards. Cover, hit, hit, hit. Right? Same thing other side. I can go cover, punch, punch, punch. Right? Play around with it. Okay, you don't have to do the uppercut just because I like doing it. Try other things. See what works. See what feels good to you. Okay? But work on that. Work on your cover and then attack drills. Those are going to be really good, especially if you ever decide to compete. It teaches you to block a shot and then to throw three back, right? So for every one punch that you block, you're throwing three punches back at your opponent. Okay, so not only does it train you to try to punch more than your opponent, it trains you to attack right after you defend, right? A lot of times, if you're beginning or if you're new, when you get hit, when you block, you kind of get stunned a little bit, even when you block it, if you're not used to getting hit like that, right? So when you get stunned, what happens is your body just locks up. You kind of freeze for a second, right? Because your brain's trying to figure out like, oh, what was that? You know, what do I do? So after you block, just doing those drills, right? When you shadow box, cover, and then strike, that's going to start programming that muscle memory in your body to take over, right? You're going to feel that strike in a sparring match or in a fight. You're going to feel that impact, and you're going to go, oh, I need to hit him back, right? And it's going to trigger that response out of your muscle memory, out of your body to fire an attack or fire a combination back at the opponent after they try to hit you. So keep drilling those. Those are really good. And then make sure you keep trying to work on that tempo and that speed. For my beginners, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, that's a little tricky sometimes, switching up the speed of the combination. All right, but for my intermediate students, I want you to really start playing around with it. My advanced students, I really want you to start working on that because that's something I want to drill more with you guys. Okay, so good work. Keep practicing the combinations. Keep practicing the tempo and the speed, and work on your defense or shielding and then attacking. Fire right after you cover. Okay, cover, fire that punch. Good job, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll be back here in a few minutes with our workout stream. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.